you may have noticed, I haven't posted anything in a few weeks. Well, there's a reason why. It's been cold and crappy and just been busy with life in general. So I had somebody that needs, as you can see, from this line down of this fender off this Toyota. So we're going to go ahead and get it off of here. Fighting these two bolts down below. Of course, they're rusty and whatnot, but and it looks like I may have another one up in here I'm going to have to figure out how to get out. But we'll get to that. We'll get it apart, you know. One thing I can say is I've never lost, but we'll talk here in a second. Alright, so we got that part done. Now we just got to get in here and figure out this part. I think it's the splash shield is what's holding it on. And it feels like it's probably a Phillips head. But the problem I'm having is these stupid bolts down here. I don't know if you can see them in the video or not. So they're not really a 3/8. And they're not really a 10. They kind of, like a 3/8, you put it on there. And it just wants to spin off. You put a 10 and it seems like it fits. I can't believe it's a 9. But one thing I found about this Toyota, they used all kinds of different sizes. They used 12 millimeter, 14 millimeter, and they could be like right next to each other holding the same part on. Weird. I don't understand that. One would think that some universal sizing would make things run a lot smoother down an assembly line, but apparently these older Toyotas, they didn't think about that. So let's find this socket that we need for these two bolts and get this part off of here and move on. And like that, we are successful. This back bolt here, the one I was fighting, I ended up fighting it for a minute. I finally got mad, took the cutting wheel, cut the head of the bolt off, and it came right apart. So we got that successful. So now I'm going to take some pictures of that part, send it to the buyer, let them know it's done and ready to go, and then we will work on the next thing. So we'll get this thing hopefully sold today and ready to ship. So I haven't, like I said a little bit ago, I haven't really done a whole lot. You can see I'm all hat on, heavier coat on, heavy socks. It's cold out. I mean, you can see my breath. I don't know if you can see it in the video or not. It's not super miserable, but it's definitely colder than I like for it to be. So this Toyota, my goal today is to get this thing done and on the trailer. I will say this from the get-go here. I doubt that happens. Just it is what it is. I've got pretty much everything on the driver's side done. I've still got this passenger window sweep to get off. The window's all down. It's all unbolted. I got one screw right here in the front, somewhere here, that I have to get off. It's kind of in a weird angle because I can't get the door open all the way because of our refrigerator. I mean, if I waited until I pulled it another couple feet forward, I'd be able to get it, but I'm not. I'm going to fight it and see if I can succeed that way instead. Worst case, that's what I'll do. I'll just wait until I get hooked to the trailer and pull it forward a foot, come around here, undo it, and move on. These quarter windows are a pain. So I spent I don't know how long trying to get this quarter window out because my thought was, you know, the glass, the motor, because they do work. They go up and down. And if you know anything about the Chrysler products, the LeBarons, they're pretty common for them to not work. And buying replacement stuff is expensive. So I thought, you know, we can get this apart. But this thing is completely loose. Still does not want to give up its home. I don't know why. I'm about done messing with it. I spent probably an hour and a half cramped into this back seat, in and out, trying to figure out what all needs to be removed. I started just removing bolts, and some of them are tucked way down. You're not going to be able to see them, but way down inside of here. So I'm about to just be like, whatever. That was an hour and a half of my time wasted. So, what else has been going on? So, still got the typical eBay buyers that want stuff for nothing, you know. I just don't get it. Man, you know, I've got time and money and energy and all that invested in this stuff, and I can't just give stuff away. Of course, we all know there's one guy that thinks everything should be free, but we're not going to discuss that. So we're going to keep working on this. Like I said, ideally, I'd love to get this Toyota on the trailer today so that I can haul it either Monday or Tuesday after work and get it out of here and gone. I need to clean up this area, which is not horrible. Reorganize this area somehow, some way. Like up here, I got, you know, this toolbox. This is a Christmas present. So it's going to be out here for a little while, and then it'll move to its new home. These 4 wheels and tires are going to go on the Horizon. That's our box of salt. These parts, taller parts here, I got the grill from this Toyota, an actual good red armrest, and then the rear cab trim from the Dakota convertible. All that needs to go downstairs. So anyways, get this pile of stuff organized so that my wife's car can start coming in here for the winter. She doesn't care if it sits outside all summer, but when the winter time, she would like for it to be indoors. Since she supports this business that we have, I have to respect her wishes. So with that said, I'm going to quit rambling. We're going to get busy because it ain't going to do itself. So let's get her done. All right, so I got to apologize. This is going to be a super short video. It's not really going to be much in it. So I'll show you a little bit what we did earlier in the week, but the rest of the week, I haven't done anything. Today, we're going to try, my buddy's supposed to come over here in a little bit. We're going to try to get this thing outside just so it's out of the way. He's leaving today to go on a week-long cruise. So I asked him if he could come over here first thing this morning and let's knock this out real quick. He said, yeah, he'll be over in a little bit. Get this truck bed out of the way. I can finish cutting up the frame, get it out of here. And then the plan is, I'll show you in the video. That'll be my next series of videos. And it's going to be a long one. It's going to take a while to do it all. It's going to be the Horizon. Get it in the garage. And as the weather cooperates, start working on it. It's not terribly cold today. It's windy and it's cold, don't get me wrong. But it's not like freezing cold. So I'm going to try. This is done. The Toyota is done. I'm done pulling parts off of it. I don't know what else to pull. Nobody else has asked for anything. So we did get that piece of fender done and shipped, and they received it and are very happy with it. So anyway, I'm hoping. So they're calling for snow today, 3 to 5 inches. And then a high of 13 tomorrow and a high of 17 on Monday. And then Tuesday, I think mid to low 30s. And then actually Wednesday, they're saying 40s, 41 or something. So the plan, we all know how plans go, especially around here. The plan is that we're going to hibernate in the house tomorrow, my wife and I. So I won't be doing anything tomorrow. Monday I have to work, and then Monday night I'm not doing anything. But then Tuesday, get home from work, back the trailer up, get this thing on the trailer. I got to get the wheels off of it yet, and then sit it down. But then haul it Wednesday, and then it is done and gone. And then I can come out here and clean up that side of the garage for her car to go in, and then we'll be done for the winter. That's the plan. So meanwhile, like I said, I apologize. It just hasn't been much going on. I don't have any new parts cars. We don't have any new parts hauls. It's just been kind of slow period of the year. I've just been busy cleaning parts and listing stuff on eBay. So if you want to go check that what we have on eBay, that would be great. We'd love to sell more stuff. So all we can do is keep trying, keep working. So anyways, wait on my buddy to get here so we can get this bed out of the way and then go from there. We'll see you on the next one. Again, I apologize that this one wasn't much entertainment. So we'll catch you later.